Good Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am still going through withdrawals over the no sports. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's hard. I'm even playing NBA 2K20 and playing Xbox like I'm a 15-year-old child. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We can go back to being kids when you're being quarantined in a motherfucking house from the coronavirus. But Dak Prescott is tagged as a Dallas Cowboy. But the news today is DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson and draft picks. Like, ladies and gentlemen, let me get that. Let me get that right now. You got Kyler Murray. You got DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best two receivers, if not the best receiver in the NFL. I'm telling you, them Arizona Cardinals, them hot-tempered birds out there in Phoenix, they are some hot-ass football team right now. I'm telling you. And if they get an offensive line to go around Kyler Murray, give him some time to throw to the fucking Larry Fitzgerald's old cripple walking down the ass with some crutches, and then the young cat, DeAndre Hopkins, I bet his teeth don't fall out like Shorty's does. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. I've got my Snoopy Celtics gear on. We've got the green chucks. Yes, sir, we got the green Converse on. St. Patrick's Day. Like, ladies and gentlemen, what do? Do they get the beer and they just pour some green dye in it to make it green? Like, wonder if you shit like that green the next day after you drink that beer, because I know there's probably not going to be as many beers consumed as they would be without the coronavirus. But, ladies and gentlemen, what does your piss turn green after that? Like, because the beer's green, so it looks like the dye would have to come out of your kidneys too. Right or wrong, ladies and gentlemen? Point for Shorty, 1 for Shorty, 0 for you. Anyway, what about this coronavirus? Like, ladies and gentlemen, this is some epidemic shit. Like, over in Italy, I was like, they're shutting the streets down. Like, you're not allowed to be on the streets or nothing like that. Like, they are quarantining people inside their house. And without no sports, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I can't rub my little pee-pee raw no more. It's not needed to be rubbed not raw no more. I don't have no rubber gloves because the coronavirus has sold them out of every fucking Walgreens around, and I can't buy no rubber gloves to make no fee-fees. All my tube socks has got holes in them. Y'all should have known that by now. But just talking, you know what I mean? Let me see what I've got a little bit right here. Let me see what I've got. Mutton busting. Can anybody tell me what mutton busting is? I know a lot of y'all probably know what mutton busting is, but it's just a funny name. It's sheep riding for kids. Why don't you call it sheep riding instead of mutton busting? It sounds like you're getting kicked in the nuts with some boots. Like, that's what that should be called, is mutton busting. Getting kicked in the nuts with a pair of cowboy boots so it hits you in the taint, and you can feel it, your nuts and your taint just go up into your cephalus. I don't even know if that's right, but that's what I said. It's bad when you can't read your own writing, ain't it? That's what sucks. And, like, St. Patrick's Day is just so great. Like, forget that book. I'm not even looking at it. But, like, St. Patrick's Day is just so great, ain't it? I can run around and be put on people's shoulders for being an elf, and they think they're going to get my pot of gold. Y'all ain't even going to get my motherfucking box of Lucky Charms, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where did this little Ireland Irish thing come from that there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Like, I know there's leprechauns out there because I'm a half of a breed of one. Like, people think that being black and white and Mexican is being discriminated against. What if you was a Irish leprechaun like I have? Like, I have been called a leprechaun so many times that I think that I'm a leprechaun. Like, I'm a Boston Celtic fan just because I've been told I was a leprechaun my whole life. But, ladies and gentlemen, what do you do when you've been told you're a leprechaun and you think you're being discriminated against? Like, when I walk in there for a job, I can't grow a beard. They don't really know I'm a leprechaun, but I'm like, hey, top of the morning to you. Can I get a sip of that Irish whiskey? Blech. That Jameson, boy, them fucking Irishmen, I give you one of them, because y'all are some mother-loving, mutton-busting, gut-loving, busting, Jameson drinking people. Whew, that Jameson, it got me fired from a job. This is no shit at Von Elrod's. That's the reason I got fired, is because I put a shot of Jameson into a coffee before I left work one day, and they got mad at me. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Shorty Rice, wash your hands, keep your fingers out of everybody else's buttholes, and don't be sticking your fingers and stuff in other people's noses. Keep your boogers and your fingers in your own nose. Coronavirus approved, Donald Trump 2020. What can I say? St. Patrick Day tomorrow. We're just trying to get it kicked off with a little bit of green spirit in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Shorty Rice.